Douglas Ducote, an American patriot by the grace of God, do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America from enemies foreign and especially domestic. I, Douglas Ducote, an American patriot by the grace of God, do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America from enemies foreign and especially domestic. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, Patriots, and thank you for joining me this afternoon for a very important update. Breaking news that is happening out of Washington, D.C. Many of you may have heard this. It is absolutely confusing, to say the least, that we can't have transparency on what is being classified as a national threat against Americans. So here's what's going on. First, let me explain this to you. I've done several videos over the past 4 years relating to the UFO and UAP phenomenon that has been affecting not only America, but all across the world. We know from the Pentagon, the Navy, and Air Force, all admitting that this is real and poses a threat to aviation, if nothing else. We know just last year, the Pentagon admitted to our military shooting down several unknown flying objects, and they've yet to tell us what those were. We have watched as government whistleblowers have come forward and testified in Congress that this is a real threat. We know the Pentagon stood up a team to actively investigate the UFO UAP threat. But the unknown has stayed the same. What are these flying objects that are flying around in our skies? And they defy everything that we know about aerodynamics. We've seen the videos the military has released of these flying objects taken by our military aircraft, yet still no real answers. I've told you that this is going to be one of two things: aliens from another planet that are obviously more advanced than we are and have the capability and ability to fly across the universe, or they are another country here on Earth that has developed technology that surpasses our own in leaps and bounds. Either way, we deserve to know the truth. We humans here on planet Earth need to know. We deserve to know. Yet those in power within the United States government continue to keep this highly classified secret, which brings us to today's shocking admission coming out of our Congress. The House Intel Chair is warning of a serious national security threat and is urging Biden to declassify the information and share it with the American people and the world. House Intelligence Committee Chairman Mike Turner is urging President Biden to declassify information related to a serious national threat. This is a member of Congress in the House Intel Committee. However, House Speaker Mike Johnson says the threat is not imminent and there is no need for public alarm. Basically, trust the government. We know what is best for you sheep. Turner, Republican of Ohio, this morning released a statement saying the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence has made available to all members of Congress information concerning a serious national security threat to America. I'm requesting that President Biden declassify all this information related to this threat so that Congress, the administration, and our allies can openly discuss the actions necessary to respond to this threat. Fox News Digital obtained the notice sent to congressional members Wednesday, which pointed to an urgent matter with regard to destabilizing foreign military capability that should be known by all congressional policymakers. A separate source has now told Fox News that the threat is coming from Russian capability, noting that the potential seriousness of this threat is grave, but the threat is not intimate in nature. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said today that the White House press briefing that he was surprised by Congressman Turner's statement, giving that earlier in the week he reached out to members of Congress to offer himself to Capitol Hill to give a personal briefing on the matter. Hey, Jake Sullivan, we would trust Jeffrey Epstein or Casey Anthony babysitting our daughters when they were little girls before trusting a damn thing spewing from your pie hole. He went on to say, all I can tell you is that I'm focused on going to see the congressman, sit with him, as well as other House members of the Gang of Eight tomorrow. And I'm not in a position to say anything further from this podium at this time, other than to make the broad point that this administration has gone further and more creative, more strategic ways, dealt with the declassification of intelligence and the national interests of the United States than any administration in history. And if you believe that, I've got some land to sell you in Lake Charles, Louisiana that is high and dry. Or better yet, I've got some land to sell you in Brownsville, Texas that butts up to the Rio Grande and is free of illegal alien crossings. Sullivan added, you definitely are not going to find an unwillingness to do that when it's our national security interest to do so. However, the administration has prioritized the issue, sources, and methods. And the Pentagon source told the media the threat is related to space. Johnson, Republican Louisiana, the House Speaker, attempted to quell any panic caused by Turner's statement by explaining that last month he sent a letter to the White House requesting a meeting with the president to discuss serious national security issues that is classified. He sent it to the guy who has now been told, we've been told, the American people, is senile and has a serious mental problem. In response to that letter, a meeting is now scheduled that will take place tomorrow on this matter here at the Capitol with the Gang of Four and with the president's national security advisor, Jake Sullivan, Johnson said. I will press the administration to take appropriate action, and everybody can be comfort in that. Again, sheep, I'm from the government, and I know what you should or should not know. Speaker Johnson said he saw Chairman Turner's statement on the issue, and I want to assure the American people there is no need for public alarm. We're going to work together to address this matter as we do all sensitive matters that are classified, he said. And beyond that, I'm not at liberty to discuss classified information and really can't say much of that, but we just want to assure everyone steady hands are at the wheel and we're working on it. There is no need for alarm. And that reminds me of President Ronald Reagan, who once said that the most terrifying words are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Ultimately, these are decisions for the president to make. But in the meantime, the most important thing is we have the opportunity to sit in a classified setting and have that kind of conversation with the House intelligence leadership that I, in fact, have scheduled before Congressman Turner went out today. Sullivan again stressed that he potentially reached out to Congress on the matter. It is highly unusual, in fact, for a national security advisor to do what he did, he said. No dumber than a soap dish, Jake Sullivan. It's called transparency, something this administration promised the American people, then turned around and denied it to us. Meanwhile, Senate Select Committee Chairman on Intelligence, Chairman Mark Warner, Democrat Virginia, and Vice Chairman Marco Rubio, Republican Florida, said their committee has the intelligence in question and has been rigorously tracking this issue from the start. We continue to take this matter seriously and are discussing an appropriate response with the administration, Warner and Rubio said. In the meantime, we must be cautious about potentially disclosing sources and methods that may be key to preserving a range of options for U.S. action. Since it's election year and we go to the polls to pick a new president in about 9 months, I'm going to guess whatever this is, it will be blamed on Russia and it will be blamed on Donald J. Trump. How in the hell can we have members of Congress come out and tell us we are faced with a national security threat right now? It's completely classified, and we want the president to declassify it to share it with you, the American people. And then the higher ups, the Speaker of the House, as well as those in charge like Jake Sullivan, coming out and saying, no, you're too dumb, America, to understand what this is about, and we cannot share this information with you. So that just leaves the more conspiracy theories floating around. Is it what we've been watching happen for the past several years with these briefings that have taken place in Congress on the UFO and UAP? Whistleblowers that have come forward and said, we have captured alien craft and the people that were in them, or aliens that were in them. Or is it another country that has developed technology that makes us look like we're back in the Stone Age? Because what the UAPs or UFOs have been doing defy everything we know about aerodynamics. Nothing that we're aware of can do what these things have done, which we have seen released by the United States Navy on their F-18 gun camera footage. And we know that the Pentagon and all the powers that be with our military have come out and said that, yes, they're real. We don't know what they are, but we're trying to figure it out. It's one of two things. It is either Russia has developed technology that's going to blow us out of the water, or it's visitors from another universe. Either way, stay tuned, because more will be released on this in the coming days, if not hours. Definitely tomorrow, we should know more information. But right now, all mainstream media is picking up this story, as well as social media. And people are just going, they're doing exactly what you would expect when the government tries to just give you a little bitty piece of knowledge and then suppress all the rest. Conspiracy theories. And they wonder why we don't trust them. Just be honest with the American people. Tell us what the problem is. You don't have to go into detail if it's Russia or China that's developed some type of capability that would destroy us in a matter of seconds. But at least let us know what we're up against, for crying out loud. You owe that to the American people. You work for us. Every damn one of you in Washington, D.C. work for we the people. It is not the other way around. Transparency is all we're asking for. And if it's little green men from another planet, another universe, be honest and tell us that's what it is. Either way, the longer you refuse to tell us the truth, the more conspiracy theorists are going to run rampant and wild with what they think it could possibly be, putting out more fear and panic across the globe, which is what you claim you don't want to see happen. Neither do I. Neither does anyone. So damn it, the United States government needs to be upfront with we the people that voted you into positions that are paying your damn salaries. You work for us, not the other way around. Folks, tune in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll be live right here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time for the live Douglas Ducote Show. As always, please say a prayer for our men and women serving the United States military, our veterans, our law enforcement officers, our first responders and their families, our angel families, our blue and gold star families, and our country. May God bless the United States of America. And may whatever this threat is, may God see to it is neutralized. Thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time.